There's another legendary hot dog place in my area, and I can't believe I haven't tried it yet. Well, that changes today, and that's starting right now.
This is Mike's Hot Dogs, a venerable greasy spoon diner that has been open since 1947. That's over 75 years, despite the sign on the building saying just 50. Mike's is in the heart of downtown Schenectady, New York, not far from General Electric and the Mohawk River. The main attraction at Mike's is their first prize hot dog, consisting of their meat sauce, mustard, and onions. You'll note that's remarkably similar to the miniature hot dogs going on farther east close to the Hudson River. In this case, they use full-size dogs and the meat sauce is less red. On this day, I decided to go all in on brunch mode and order a breakfast item and some hot dogs.
Let me tell you, going to that place, Mike's, was like taking a trip through history. I was actually really surprised how simple the menu was. And I know I looked this up online and tried to get a little bit of research done before I went there. I was expecting to see a little bit more on the menu boards, but it's, you know, they're sticking to their guns. They have breakfast that they serve all day. They have on one side of the menu, and then they have their lunch menu on both sides of the counter. And it looks like they're ready for some high throughput. The main thing I have to say is that the staff there was extremely friendly. As soon as I got there, the young lady who took my order was very eager for me to actually eat in-house. I got into telling her that it'd be a little easier for me to take it to go because I can take some nicer pictures for YouTube. But I did get some shots of them making stuff and they were so accommodating. So first things first, gotta say the service there was A+. But you guys really want to hear me talk about the food, so let's get right into it. So first things first, I had to get breakfast and lunch. So this is kind of like a celebratory brunch. The celebration is my birthday. This is my birthday brunch. Anyway, moving on. Let's get a little syrup on these pancakes. Just a little. They gave me like 3 syrups. No reason to get into that. We'll start the elegant way. And we will go in with a fork and knife. And just watching them make everything on the flat top, it was just very nostalgic to that diner experience. And here we go. About 4 times I answered the question if I wanted cinnamon sugar from like 3 different people. Each time answered the same way. Here we go. What'd they say in Twins? Over the lips and through the gums. Look out, tummy, here it comes. Immediately, what I get from this is like that nostalgia French toast that like mom would make. This is absolutely perfect. Perfect. I never order French toast. I don't know what made me order it. Might as well try the French toast. But yeah, this is excellent. I think it was like $6. Can't go wrong with that. Looks like I got the end of the bread. Pretty good. And just for good measure, just so that we could say we did it the right way, let's do a nice big sandwich bite of French toast. Dripping with syrup. This is nothing fancy at all, but nobody said it had to be. So the name of this restaurant is Mike's Hot Dogs, which basically means that they specialize in hot dogs. There actually is a reason why this hasn't been included in the previous series of videos that highlights the mini hot dogs with meat sauce that we get at like Hot Dog Charlie's, Famous Lunch, Gus's Hot Dogs. And the main difference is because they don't actually serve mini hot dogs. So they make the same style hot dog on a regular size hot dog. And another distinct difference is that the sauce appears very different. But let's go in and taste it before we make any judgment in terms of similarities or differences that I haven't already talked about. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit it with a like. It really helps the video reach other people. So getting into this container. Now, I gotta say, I really love this plastic container because it's nice and vented. So I think these are gonna be pretty good even after a 15-minute ride home. All right. Just visually, the sauce is a little bit more pale than what you get at those other 3 places. The bun is very akin to a Freihofer bun, like a grocery store bun. Hot dog looks plump and juicy. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, not bad, but very different. Haven't had anything like this before. I need to do another bite because my brain is, something's going on in my brain here. Let's see how it tastes. Very interesting. So for my due diligence, I did ask what would make their sauce different from like a Hot Dog Charlie or a Famous Lunch, and they were very reluctant to give me any information. The one lady said that the secret ingredient is love. I always love when places say that, but it's cute, but not very informative. The other lady was like, well, we're not gonna give you our secrets. And I don't wanna create the illusion that I'm trying to get at places' secrets because the secrets are what make these places special. So let's get that off the table right there. But this sauce seems distinctly different than those other sauces. And the one thing that I will say is this tastes pretty spicy. Whereas those sauces there are a much more deep red, but I think with the exception of Hot Dog Charlie's spicy sauce, they don't put any type of dry pepper that would make the rest of the meat sauce spicy. So this here definitely has a little bit more zip than the other ones, even though it's not as red as the other ones. This almost reminds me of like Hormel chili, like that canned chili. And I don't think that's what it is, but I think in terms of the spices and everything else going on, it's probably more similar to that than the other three places. But let's take the other three places completely off the table right now because that's neither here nor there. But if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you a little bit more about how those places relate to this. And let's focus directly on this because I have a tendency of losing focus when I'm tasting this kind of stuff. I'm no stranger to spice. And as I swallow this and as this actually is working its way through, the spice lingers, and that's definitely very interesting. It's kind of meaty. It almost tastes like there might be some extra mustard in there. Anyway, let's not speculate too far into that. There is a good serving of mustard across the hot dog. There's also a nice amount of diced onions, and here they dice the onions kind of on the larger side, which it's a little bit different. It's not like those others. Not bad at all. I can see why these would be legendary, and at like $3 a piece, not bad for a nice little lunch. Yeah, that's so different. I would love to know what it is that makes that so spicy. I love it. I bet you this is more similar to what they call hot sauce in Rochester than what they serve at those other three places. The kind of Greek hot dog sauce. This was an interesting experience. I love it. I'm gonna go in for this bite here that has a little bit less sauce just to get a little taste of the dog on its own. It's hard to say if this hot dog is also from Humboldt like the other three places you use. Tastes similar, but then again, most hot dogs kind of have similar spices inside. It is a very good hot dog, and they have a nice amount of griddle on it, which is a consequence of having them ready to go when customers come in. Pretty good. Pretty good. If you like seeing reviews of legendary restaurants, be sure to subscribe so more of my videos come up in your feed. I mentioned that other mini hot dog style that's prevalent in my area. I'm gonna let you click on the screen either in the playlist or in the latest showdown for those three hot dogs to see exactly what that is all about. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day.